When I first read about League of Legends and I heard Riot Games is trying to make the game support college scholarships for students, I knew I had to make this video, but I took a couple of days to think about it, and here is how I feel. So obviously, I don't play League of Legends or any MOBA games because I always disliked them since my Warcraft 3 days, and Warcraft 3 will always be better than Dota because I loved that game. And if you guys watched my Brutal Doom and MOBA video a while ago, you should already know about that. But I decided to use this Halo 4 footage that I got a couple of days ago, and it's funny, I was actually lagging fairly badly in this game. I mean, like, the hit detection was horrible, everything felt clunky, like, all of that type of stuff. And I really thought this game was going to be a horrible game, but I ended up going pub star status in this game, and I will admit, some of these guys I was playing, they weren't that great, but it's very fast-paced and exciting to watch. You'll see a lot of swordplay, too. Also, this is multiplayer footage, so it does kind of connect to the MOBA genre since they're all about multiplayer, basically. I don't like how Riot Games is trying to make games look as sports, and I know this whole sport thing has been discussed to death. Oh, it's a different definition now, and it's not like what it was, blah blah blah. I will always look at games as an activity, and I do believe there is skill into playing a game efficiently well, but I don't want to call it a sport. I just feel like we should keep things simple, like how most people envision a sport like soccer. I mean, can we say going to school or work is a hobby? Most people don't really enjoy these things, but they are trying to pursue a career. They want to be able to financially support themselves, and they also want to have a job they can enjoy at the same time. So is that a hobby or not? I do want to mention that I support esports. I really like watching games being played at the highest level of competition, and I do believe playing games really do require the same level of tactics that you see professional basketball players or football players do. I also hope to see Halo will come back to the esports scene again, since Halo 4 wasn't that successful in that field. So don't think I'm a hater to esports, and I do want it to be a thing that can help gamers be able to play their favorite games as a living. But why do I don't want it to be like a scholarship based type of thing like football or soccer? It's simple. Games are more than just esports. The truth is, not every game in the world will want to be like StarCraft 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, League of Legends, etc., where the game is trying to be more esport based. There are games like Titanfall where it is multiplayer driven like those games, but it's not really designed for esports, and it's supposed to be a multiplayer game where you can just play and have fun for what it is. I really do feel like if League of Legends really steps up the whole esports scene and make it to a point where people look at gaming as a whole as a sport type of thing, then I don't know if I could look at gaming the same like I once did. Gaming to me is more than esports just because there are too many games that have different goals and purposes. Single player driven games will never ever reach the esport title like multiplayers can, because there's not enough competitive aspect in them. Even in speedruns, I really don't think it can reach the same design philosophy as what multiplayer games can do. Also, speedrunning is kind of a different way to play games than just playing the game normally. It really does annoy me when people really seem to think esport is like the future of gaming or multiplayer gaming in general, because I believe single player driven games can still be awesome and have some sort of relevance in today's age. I mean, guys, can you imagine a world where every game just wants to be esport driven and not really put much thought in like trying to create an awesome single player experience? I mean, that would be so depressing. There's a reason why I make Halo 1 campaign montages, Quake 2, single player route videos, or how I play Doom 2 creatively. It's all there to show you that single player is more deeper than people would really imagine. What is it? It's more than meets the eye. I'm also not even close exploring all the magical things I can do in those games. There is still a lot for me to explore, which really increases the replay value. That's one of the reasons of why I don't like this idea, and another one may sound harsh to League of Legends fans, but to be honest, why League of Legends? League of Legends is just another Dota-like game with a couple of adjustments, which is unfortunately, a lot of the MOBA games are like that in a nutshell. Yes, it is very popular, but just because things are popular doesn't mean they're good. Look at Miley Cyrus. I would never ever want to listen to her music. And seriously, did League of Legends really did anything special to the MOBA genre other than making it popular? No, it didn't. I'm not gonna go too much into detail in this part since I don't like MOBAs and I just don't feel like, it's a serious video game genre like RPGs, RTSs, platformers, action adventure games, and of course my absolute favorite and I personally think is the best video game genre, first person shooters. There are games that take risks or try to add something new to its own genre and try to make it work, and I feel like the fact that League of Legends just gets away from needing that and just all of a sudden it needs this type of push to really show its supremacy is just pretty nonsense in this type of large amount of publicity. But to be honest, I don't want any game to be in this position. I just don't like how League of Legends tries so hard to keep increasing its publicity when the fact that it is the most played game to this day, and the fact that a lot of students at my school play it or friends that play it really just shows the company is just all about popularity to me. Well, that was pretty much it for the video, so tell me what you guys think, because I just don't really think Riot Games is really like a company I would take seriously. They just try way too hard to make, games as a sport, and games should never be a sport. It should just be an activity. I mean, you could still have the whole esport thing and all, but please don't rub it in people's face. It's just really annoying.